Howdy everybody, and welcome to TTR's Weekly Wobblins, where we talk about the latest episode of Toku. I, of course, am your kindness most beloved overlord, and brutal guy extraordinaire, DLBot 2015. With me, I'm joined by the flamboyant flower, Flutter guy 98.
Coding! 満を持して。
And, of course, the Spirit King, Hiiro. Is this normal for you now?
Well, no, it was just that it just kind of caught me off guard yesterday because of the fact that usually there's someone before me.
Right.
Yeah, but because of Zero One, I think I'm gonna try to get Aruto's main catchphrase, not the joke catchphrase, the actual catchphrase. Try to get that learned.
Ah, okay. You can learn it when we get to when we do our retrospective of it. Oh wait, that won't work since I have to be the one to first say it. Shit. Anyway. But yeah. So, people, this is our first. Now, those of you who aren't aware of what exactly the deal is, so here's the thing. We realized that our episode discussions basically were taking up a huge chunk of the episode length for the roundup, so we decided to split it off into its own little segment.
Yeah.
And for the record, the term Wobblins refers to the cowboy turned wobbling jaw, meaning talks too much. Anyway.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened with us because the episode part, because we got to the point before we even added Z, the recording would be added like 2 hours just because of the episodes.
Yeah. So expect these every single week.
The date for them will depend.
We're shooting for Tuesday.
Yeah, we're shooting for Tuesdays, but there could be a chance that it happens on like different days and days because of certain circumstances.
But expect one at least every week. So anyway,
yeah,
gentlemen, I don't know. Do you have a watch? Do you know what time it is?
Hey! It's superhero time.
Superhero time! Starts now.
Yes, it's superhero time. We start off with Ultraman Z, episode 11. And, shit, what's the episode called? Fuck.
What must be defended?
Yes, yeah. What must be defended. So it's official, people. We have our third robot with King Joe Storage Custom.
Mm-hmm.
And those collars.
Oh,
beautiful.
They do.
Easily the best looking version of King Joe.
Oh, huh.
Of course.
Now, the thing is, Haruki basically goes over all the cool things that it can do, but then the commander basically says, Haruki, we already know this shit.
We already know this.
Yeah. But, the thing is, Haruki can't be here for long, because he's got somewhere to be, because, he's gotta go visit Mommy Dearest.
Since it's the anniversary of his father's death.
Yeah.
Time for backstory!
Oh yeah, backstory. Took them long enough.
Oh, but one thing. Here's something I gotta bring up. Why are people complaining that he's getting backstory now? He's just getting backstory at all.
Yeah, honestly, from what I remember from what I heard in Taiga, the main character barely got any backstory.
Hiroyuki, yeah.
I mean, cheap ass shill here. I mean, I'm kind of running a fanfic for that, so.
Wow. Okay. So anyway, here's the thing, people. Haruki was just living a happy afternoon with mommy and daddy. But then suddenly kaiju attack.
Kaiju.
Yeah, Rugo site. More specifically.
And
which is apparently a repaint of Regio King from Rube.
Which is cool.
And yeah, long story short, that kaiju killed Daddy.
Yeah.
Now this
when
happened,
he was trying to evacuate all the citizens when it attacked.
and of course he tried to save Haruki as well. Well, so but here's the thing: Haruki hasn't let that keep him down. Now he mostly is pushing forward. Unfortunately, his day off is cut short when a Red King starts to attack the city.
From a rock quarry that it lives in.
All I'm gonna say is just there's a lot more to this story than's being let on it.
There is.
Oh yes, there is. We'll get back to this. Don't worry. So here's the thing. Haruki gets flashbacks to the whole thing of his dad protecting him when he sees a little kid in danger. He changes into
Z Beta Smash.
Beta Smash,
Yeah.
and of course kicks the monster's ass. Thankfully, Yoko and King Joe Storch Custom arrives to help Z.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. That's one thing that I'm getting tired of. The whole fucking Z sauna thing. That's getting a bit annoying now.
Yeah.
I feel it's sporadic. Honestly, I don't mind too much. And at the very least in most cases, she's still doing her fucking job.
Yeah, she's still doing her job at least. So hey, you can't fault her there. But just could you quit being a little horny?
Unlike other characters I would know of.
Which
looks
one?
over. Red Yuka.
As much as I like her, I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah.
Look, I understand.
Look,
Look, I understand she's got a character trope. I fully understand. I'm okay with that. But if the character trope gets in the way of your fucking job, then I'm sorry, it's a bad character trope.
like,
Here's the thing.
Horny, but,
Here's the thing. Character tropes in shows are like a hobby. A hobby is something that should not get in the way of what you do for a living. If it gets in the way of what you do for a living, then it's a bad hobby.
Yeah.
It's like how Flutter has a hobby for drooling over Dark Magician Girl or Bunny Girl, but he doesn't let the get away with his job mostly.
Damn!
How did I know?
Ooh, already! Yeah, we just going out the gate with this shit.
Yeah, I believe the term is shots fired. Anyway, but so unfortunately, Yoko has to be called away to fight another her Red King that's over up in the mountains, and leaving Zet to fight this Red King in the city.
Yeah.
Things aren't going well for Z until he basically uses the combination of all 6 medals that he got to basically destroy the Red King with rampaging through the city. Remember this.
Yeah, with the lightning generate and the M78 style shining tornado slash.
Yeah.
Remember this, people. It'll be important later. Very important.
Remember
later.
back at the start of the Z thing when I said there's more to this story than you thought? Yeah, now that detail is starting to come back.
Oh, yes it is, and it is coming back with a vengeance.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now, you remember that Red King that
Not yet. He's
Right.
not there yet.
So the thing is, Yoko's actually having some trouble with this Red
Red
King
King in the mountains.
because unfortunately, well,
It's got a kid.
Well,
Yeah.
not just that. They did explain it in the series that the episode that Yoko was also it literally the King Joe storage custom was like a fucking horse basically.
Yeah,
It
she was
was way
struggling
more
to move in it.
a lot was more
Okay.
reactive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Continue.
Yeah. So anyway, the thing is Z eventually comes in Gamma Future to help out,
Through the Gamma through.
but both Z and Haruki notice that this Red King is sticking very close to a cave, and that's when they notice something inside of the cave, or peeking
The Red
outside of the
Kings
cave.
that they were fighting are parents to a little baby Red
And
King. And the one that Z killed when he was in Beta Smash
was the
was...
father.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the one that Yoko is fighting is the mom.
Which
And
is,
this causes Haruki to blue screen hard.
Yeah, he goes. "Mm."
No. Look, let me actually see if I can find the blue screen sound effect. Let's see here.
Your Haruki Natsukawa has blue screened.
Would you
Reboot and try again.
like to send an error report?
Ah.
God.
Also, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Z manages is to protect the Red King, the mother Red King from Yoko. Just for giving it enough time to escape. And later, when the storage members mention this, they say even though Z did save it, it's the death of the father does mean one day the mother Red King will return with the child, and he'll try to attack the humans again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because obviously him even doing that.
And thus we end the episode with Haruki wishing his mother goodbye. I'm reminiscing on what happened to his father, clearly showing that what happened is weighing on him.
Oh hell yeah!
And thus that ends the episode. Wow. Okay, I'll be honest. At first, I was gonna give this episode some shit for the fact they basically did. I felt they didn't show off King Joe storage custom proper. But then they pulled this shit and I realized, oh shit, it's not about that. It's about making sure the baby doesn't become an orphan.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like oh, like they're not showing King Joe storage custom properly. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, wow, when was the last time we had something like that in Ultra? Like, not even G did something like that.
I want to say maybe Mebius, I think?
It has been so long since we've seen repercussions for killing a kaiju. Or even humanizing a kaiju to this degree. Like, wow!
Yeah.
Bravo!
Anyway, on to the episode preview.
Bravo! So
Yep.
next time, I'm Haruki's back in the saddle. That's good, but unfortunately he's blue screened because the kaiju that's attacking is the same one that killed Daddy years ago.
Yep, Grigio Raiden.
Yep, he's blue screening again.
And honestly, to be fair, this makes perfect sense.
It does. And not to mention, the episode preview shows off a form that we haven't seen for Z. Z Original.
Bullshit.
Well, outside of him being small.
No, we saw him in the first episode, remember?
Right.
Well, with him being merged with Haruki. I mean, well,
Yeah,
him being merged
yeah,
with
that's what I mean.
Yeah. But still, still. Okay, now I know many people are probably there are going to be a few people who say that this scene does not make much sense and might compare it to something like, say, that one scene from Metroid Other M where Samus basically had a blue screen moment when she saw Ridley. Okay, here's the deal. The difference between that is simple. But at that point, um, excuse me one moment. Mom? Sorry. Are you recording? Yeah.
Oops.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you. Now then, but here's the thing. By that point in Metroid Other M, they had established that Samus had seen Ridley several times. If they had established this was before she encountered Ridley the first time, then that would have made sense. And it's a similar situation here, and not only that, this is the first time that Haruki has dealt with consequences of any kind for killing a kaiju.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense for him to have this reaction because he realizes right now, in this situation, he's no better than Grigio Thunder for killing his father years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, they heard you right in. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that has to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it must be a major blow to any hero's moral conscience to find out that even though they think they're doing the right thing, that in someone else's eyes they're the villain.
Exactly.
I have to give this an A+. Just absolutely fantastic. Bravo.
Yeah.
Was it the best episode to show off of King Storage Custom? No, not really. But again, that's not what this was about.
That's not the point.
I honestly, I like that. I like that they pulled a bait and switch with us.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you think in the preview, it's about showing off how badass King Joe's Storage Custom is. But then when you see the actual episode, you're like, oh, it's more than that. Oh shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on from that, we have Machine Sentai Kiramager episode 21. Shit. Let me just look up.
Fishing, sometimes a master.
Yeah. So the episode starts off with Senna and Juru taking Mabushina to an aquarium.
Yeah.
Where they talk about sharks, meaning most likely they encountered at one point.
Oh, God.
Baby sharks, baby sharks, baby
Of
sharks.
Of course. Anyway.
Meanwhile, Shigeru is testing out a new technique. Wherein it involves making his blade like a whip.
Well, more like a fishing rod, but still.
Yeah, you get the idea. But the thing is that so the thing is that Takemichi is looking for the second Kanaima stone. But when he arrives to where it's supposed to be buried,
It's gone.
he and Shigeru find nothing.
Oh, yeah.
He and Shigeru find nothing. 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 He and Shi
Yeah, and the second
however,
Kanaima stone has a name, Reversia.
yeah, we'll get to that stone later. But anyway, so the thing,
Mm-hmm.
so unfortunately, there are several people that are being basically fished away from where they are supposed to be, and unfortunately, the they just at the same time no this was this before or, no wait sorry, trying to remember anything properly, but anyway, so the Kiramager's her safer Juru and Senna arrive at where apparently the fish itching is happening, a strange portal. Takamichi manages to grab a hook that basically was going to grab Senna and pulls whatever was.
Well, Sayo.
Right, Sayo pulls whoever was fishing rod out of the portal, and of course revealed to be a Jamenshi, the fishing rod Jotman.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Mr. Fisherman has a special little toy with him, the Reversia Kanaima stone.
Yep.
The others try and fight him, but unfortunately he manages to flee and get away before they can defeat him. But just when things were looking bad, they get even worse.
Yeah.
Because they get a call from Juru and Senna that something
In Coconut Tower.
that something has happened to Mabushina.
Yeah, boy.
More specifically, the Yodam symbol has appeared on her right eye, signaling the start of the curse.
The curse has begun. Everyone
Oh.
now Mabushina is stabilized, but no one's willing to tell her what's going on, except for one.
Until yeah.
Shigeru is about to say something, but we're not even sure if he's going to tell the truth or not. But then, of all people, Fire speaks up and explains what's going on.
Because he was actually there when Mabushina's mother, Queen Mabuyuine, was cursed.
Yeah.
Basically,
Along with another Kirame stone, the Aqua Kirame stone, which is totally not going to become Machine Zabune next week.
No.
Also, hi, Present Mike from Hiroaka.
Wait, really?
Yeah, same.
Interesting.
Huh.
Anyway,
Okay.
so the thing is, they find out that they got King Oradin and Takamichi and
Mabuyuine
got word that the witch of the stagnant sea, Numajo, that's the name of the witch, was spilling curses throughout their section of the galaxy, and thus they went to stop her.
Also, hi, Shroud from Double.
Yeah. Okay. So, if I can take a minute to talk about the witch, Numajo.
Yeah.
Not impressed by her suit.
No, and it doesn't help that her head is basically a remolded version of the Trigger DuPont headdress.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
Can I get a picture of the two side by side real quick, just to compare this real fast?
Are you sure, Flutter? I don't think so.
It is. I've looked.
Are you sure you don't mean terror?
I said terror.
You said trigger.
Oh wait. Terror, my mistake, yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah. Look. Which is kind of fitting, given, again, her seiyuu is the same actress that played Shroud or Fumine in Double.
Okay. Yeah, let's dissect this suit piece by piece. Okay, first off, off, it's very minimalistic and not really impressive per se. Hey, it looks like a random person wearing a dress and bodysuit. It with the only thing making them look monstrous being the headdress.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the head.
Otherwise, you'd have a hard time convincing me that he is an actual person.
Okay, but one thing though, oh, I get it, you're a monster, but honey, green does not work with blue.
No, it doesn't.
No, it just looks bad. And also, what doesn't help is the way that the bodysuit is designed, where you can see through it and obviously see human skin. Kind of.
I mean-
Look. I understand. There's suspension of disbelief, but if there's cracks this big that are not exactly hard to notice, there's something wrong. Look, I get it. I totally get it. Kiramager was under a lot of stagnation and such during the whole state of emergency thing. I get that. I totally get that. But this character plays a pivotal part in the story, and it's not really and the character design is not impressive in the slightest.
Yeah. I mean, there's a joke I can definitely make here. I mean, are you kidding me? What the? Like, what is that?
And
That is terrible. Suit design.
And her sister, Minjo, does not look any better. If anything,
Well,
she
at
looks
least with,
worse. Because
Ninja's head is red.
well, no. Actually, here's the thing. It's a little bit worse. Because the elder sister is missing a vital part that basically hides something.
Her younger sister.
Well, yeah, but hides something a little crucial. Look closely at the suit. What can you see through the dress?
I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are getting a term called surprise titties.
Oops!
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell? I'm sorry, that's definitely gonna knock this down a few points for me. I'm sorry, but anyway. So, basically the thing is Numaju managed to use her venom to basically petrify the Aquakirame stone, which was going to be used to dispel her curses. Yes, King Oda didn't manage to defeat Numaju, but she pulled a demise from Skyward Sword. In her final breath, he places a curse on one of them, but not on King Odin, but on Mabu Yuine.
Yeah.
As the Jotunheim symbol appears on her eye, and as a result, he basically crumbles into dust 7 days later.
And the reason that Mabushina was never told about this, and she was told that Mabu Yuine died of an illness, she was way too young to find out the truth.
Yeah. And I will say this. I like how she's handling this. Yeah, she's not being a brat about this.
No, she's handling this as any normal daughter of a deceased parent would.
She's handling this maturely, and she's not lashing out at anybody, and I like that. They could have easily gone that route, but they didn't. So the thing is, they discover that the reverse Kanaima stone that the fisherman has, it can basically send someone through time.
I think it's any moment. I'm just gonna. This isn't gonna. This is a detail I think we learn in the next episode, but this can be said here because technically it's not saying anything.
All right.
It is in this episode, actually, kind of. That you can go back to physically any moment you can remember. I think it's for like 20 minutes.
I think so. I think so. So, anyway. Anyway, everyone has spent all day trying to find where the hell the fishing Rajaman is.
Yeah.
But there's no luck. However, the thing is, Shigeru realizes something when it's raining that day, because the thing is, he noticed something during the fight with the fishing Rajaman the first time. He was all wet.
And he had a grand opening flyer that was supposed to be for the next day, which means that he used Reversia to go back in time.
Well,
during their first fight.
More he went forward in time.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. If he basically took away everyone's yesterday, would you say it's bye yesterday?
Wow.
God, that was terrible.
Anyway,
party poopers. Anyway, so the Kiramagers are waiting to ambush him when he basically he went back yesterday. So, hey, and thus we get the fight. Alright, Shigeru actually manages to get the Kanaima Stone away from the Fisherman Jaman thanks to the new move. Fishing Rod Jaman, thanks to the new move that he was practicing earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the fact that I think it was earlier in the thing, Takamichi brought up to him saying like, "Are you trying to see like?" I'm pretty sure it was Takamichi who went up to Shigeru asking him, "What? You trying to see how far you can stretch your sword?"
Yeah. Anyway, so and thus the Jaman finished it off by an admittedly pretty cool version of the Shining Beam attack, where Takamichi basically impales the Jaman in the chest.
Yeah, instead of
shoots him
firing
point blank.
Yeah, instead of firing the beam, he basically runs, and that's what causes the tread marks on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah, but that was pretty badass.
That was beautiful.
So unfortunately, Lee Tarantula uses the insurance policy to basically summon the Jamenju.
Motorboat Basra.
And unfortunately,
this joke must be legally made.
How did I know someone would make that joke?
Hello? Who are you talking? Who's in this right now?
Fair enough. Anyway. So Takamichi takes the Kanaima Stone on to Mabushina and but unfortunately, the Kiramager's having a pretty tough time fighting Motorboat Basara.
Motorboat Basra. Mm-hmm.
Basara.
Because
it's a bit too fast.
Well, it's not that. It's the fact of how it gets so fast. Is it literally, and you're not high when you hear this, dives into the concrete and goes around like a boat on land.
Oh my god. You know what he is? He's a literal land shark.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wait! Oh my god, that makes the fucking back in the next episode. Oh my god.
You're just now realizing it?
No, I knew. I didn't think he was a shark. But then I thought about what the next.
I figured out it was a shark the first time I saw it, and more importantly, I realized it.
So did I.
The moment they mentioned sharks at the beginning of this episode, I realized, oh, that's how it's gonna become a shark. Anyway.
I mean, I probably already had the idea in my head, but it was like one of those things, like it's in the back of the head kind of thing. We don't think
Anyway.
about it at first. And you're like, oh yeah.
So, of course, Takamichi he brings Kanaima Stone to Mabushina. And, well, the thing is, she's grateful, but she basically calls him an idiot, because the thing is, so, remember back when Garza basically said something to Takamichi that basically made him go searching for the Kanaima Stones? Yeah.
That's why he was off planet.
And the thing is, Garza was counting on it. He played Takamichi like a fiddle, using his lover Mabushina against him.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, and that is what we call character development.
And she says as Takamichi, rather than being her hero, she wants Takamichi to be everyone else's hero.
Which he kind of does, but in a weird way.
Well, yeah. And thus, that basically ends the episode.
Yeah.
Whew! What a rush!
Oh, yeah.
Like, it starts off basic, but then it just constantly spirals into something amazing with the whole thing of bringing up the cards, learning the backstory and such. Oh! Fantastic!
Arakawa, we missed you on the writing chair for the show. Also, yay! Sakamoto's back directing for this and the next episode. Same for Arakawa's still writing for next week.
And I will say, hey, this episode really shows how much of a brilliant villain Garza is. He used Takamichi's love for Mabushina because he knew how much she cared about her, to basically leave it to where the one person who could possibly help defend the king would not be there when he basically formed a coup.
You know, this is saying one thing about Garza. I don't care who the fucking end villain is. I know for a fact that Garza's gonna kill him and take over.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Or at the very least, he'll be one of the last people standing.
Yeah, he'll either kill the big bad, or he'll be the big bad in terms of being the last one alive.
Yeah, but absolutely fantastic. And I loved how it showed how much Shigeru has been learning. He took the small clues that were given to him and managed to solve the problem. And I love how they're constantly showing him still training. And like, yes, this is what we've been missing from Sentai. Thank you.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about something kind of oddly minor, but no one would notice it unless it's brought up to you.
What?
Kiramager has been having a subtle theme of the elements behind every attack, by the way.
Huh? Explain.
Oh my god, you're right.
The first time Shigeru ever extended his sword and cut and did the thing where the middle part of his sword disappeared, steam.
Huh.
Yeah.
When he made it go, when he stretched it really far, that's more of like a rubber, but you could also see that as water. Tomitomo did it with ice before.
Huh. I'll be damned, you're right.
I didn't think about that till now. I was like, fuck.
Wow. Still, a solid A+. Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
The only thing
now for next week.
The only thing keeping it from an S is unfortunately the Numaju suit design. And along with
it's both the suits.
Along with Minjo.
It's basically the sister suits. Yeah.
It's again, if it wasn't for those, this would easily get an S rating. But unfortunately, I can't get anything higher than an A+. Plus.
Yeah.
Still, overall, really good.
Oh yeah, overall.
Now for the episode preview.
So the thing is, they have a plan to basically go to the past to basically prevent the curse from happening.
Yeah. And this is where technically I said about the detail of them going back to the 20-minute thing with the past thing, but that's a detail that doesn't really affect the episode.
So the thing is, the plan is for Juru and Senna to go back in time, disguised as Betchats, to basically prevent the curse from happening and basically have enough time to get back home.
Yeah. There's more to it than that, but obviously we'll actually get to that when we cover the episode. When we actually cover that episode.
Yeah, and of course, Machine Zabune's going to appear here next week. Okay, now before we get to the big one, I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Kiramager is in very tricky territory here. Because the thing is, time travel is one of the most delicate things in terms of storytelling. If it's not handled in just the right way, you get a boatload of problems that result because of this. Now I trust Arakawa's writing. I trust it completely. But that
So do I.
But that does not mean I should not have reason to worry.
Well, I'm not going to talk about the episode directly, but I did watch it because obviously, I keep up with the episodes every time they come out.
Okay.
The day they come out, I watch them. It's not as bad as you would think it would be considering time travel.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. However, and I will say one thing else. I am really hoping that this is not how they get rid of the curse. I'm hoping that what happens is this slows down the effects of the curse. But I'm hoping it doesn't deal with the whole problem entirely, otherwise it'll make the whole point of getting the Kanaima stones moot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll save that for afterwards because obviously there's just some things I have to say about that.
Yeah, but anyway. Well,
now
we're
for
at
the
the
big
end
one.
game, folks, people. It's time for Zero One episode 45, the finale, titled Future of Each.
Now I know I didn't bring this up before, but I'm definitely taking the recap for this one because this is one that
All right.
Go ahead.
Hiiro.
Okay, I'm trying to remember at least the start. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this episode directly picks up where the last one left off.
It does, yeah.
It does,
They're
yeah.
actually doing the fight now. Like, Harubi and Aruto are in full swing of the fight.
And the best part is they are constantly using the weapons around them. Like constantly picking them up,
throwing them out.
I will say, hey, regardless of my thoughts on the episode, the fights in this were an absolute treat.
Oh yeah, the final battle here, yeah, that was great.
This and the next battle coming up.
Oh yeah, which it does. I think in the intermittent in between the fight scene for it, they cut to Yua and Fua. I believe both of them walking into Guy's office.
Well, I think they're.
Well, they've
I
been in
think
Guy's
I think
office.
they're
They're
already
just
in Guy's office.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, yeah.
And they're trying to, of course,
Well, at first
Jin.
they think, okay, so how can we stop the fight? They're thinking, okay, we can't bring back Izu, so what's the next best option?
Bringing back Jin.
Yep, and because the earpiece that they have, I believe immediately Yua gets straight to work on. Like, she's obviously...
Yeah, she does.
And obviously, during the fight, I'm pretty sure... This might be later in the episode, but I'm going to bring it up now because the fact of, like, it makes sense for later parts. That Fua starts to notice that even though Aruto's in Arc 1, he's not fighting to win.
No.
Per se.
He's not. No, he's not fighting to win. He's actually. He's fighting, but he's not really delivering. he's not really being as brutal as he was in his previous fights.
No.
Because he's realizing, Fua realizes this, and the audience, you realize this at the same time that Fua did. He's fighting to overcome the very malice that set him on this path.
And the thing is, Naruto does not have any intention of winning this fight.
At least,
Nope.
not at the moment, obviously.
No, not now.
But let me pull back up the plot points that I had put here. But yeah. So after that little part, we're still in the fight, and I'm pretty sure about this point, this is where Naruto does something rather odd in Horobi's eyes. Naruto just tosses his weapon, going at Horobi with his fist instead of a weapon.
And Horobi takes full advantage of this.
Just pretty much, I'm pretty sure though also, this is the point where Horobi goes for the belt.
Oh, yes he does. And
But
thus,
the thing is,
the Arc One
little
driver
detail, that's exactly what Naruto wanted.
is destroyed. And yes, that is exactly what Naruto wanted, because he realizes right now, if he wins with that power, he'd be no better than
the
the
entire
Arc.
point would be moot. But at this point, Horobi has now started to figure out that's something about that ain't right. So Horobi willingly detransforms right in front of him. The two having a slight back and forth conversation.
And the first thing he asked him is, why in the hell did you stop fighting?
Which I think it was for the reasons that you just brought up earlier, that he would have been no better than the Arc if he actually
He would have, yeah.
did it. Which makes Horobi even start to doubt that he's like, wait, am I that bad?
And the thing is, we learn via a flashback that Naruto finally realized he was walking down the wrong path when he had a communication with Zaya. And Zaya spoke to him through the one person who would be able to get through to him the whole point. His own father.
Yep, Daddy Dearest. Which Daddy Dearest ends up, through Zaya, printing out a new Zero One driver.
So, hope you guys weren't expecting to see the Zero Two in the finale. Sorry.
Ooh, sorry. But the thing is, though, besides not getting 0-2, you can't really complain about it, because this is the one thing that Naruto knew could get the human gears to calm down and still be able to deal with Horobi in the end.
Because the thing is, he knows right now how at this rate, if he basically killed Horobi here, he'd become a martyr, and the human gears would be driven into chaos.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what Azu wants.
Oh hell yeah! But Azu's not getting what she wants today, or really ever for that matter.
And things get even worse when she's visited by an unexpected roommate, Jin.
Yeah, the one who causes the whole thing with Horobi stopping and actually talking with Naruto in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, the whole thing, what's going on, this isn't the arc's conclusion. It's Naruto's.
Nope, because that's the thing. He made it look good. He's made it look good enough the entire time that Oz was thinking he was fighting to win, when he wasn't fighting to win at all.
Now, the thing that I like, that I do immediately like here, Naruto shows that even though he said that he hasn't truly forgiven Horobi for what he did, because what Horobi did was completely wrong. He killed Izu in cold blood.
Yep.
And now Horobi realizes, has second thoughts and wonders, did he do the wrong thing by killing her?
Yeah, he's like, did I screw up too? And that's where, obviously, at this point, this is where Horobi realizes that he's just, I'm pretty sure he said in a quote kind of way, is that he still hated Aruto for what he did.
Yeah.
He's re-transforming back into Arc Scorpion, basically.
Here's the thing. He might, what he's doing right now might be quote unquote wrong, but the thing is, well, Aruto still took away Jin, and he finally called Jin by the one thing he had never called Jin before: his son.
His son.
Which, honestly, admittedly, that was a bit of a tearjerker when he said that.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh. Let me think here. And this is where Aruto now pulls out the Rising Copper Key.
But it changes.
But something happens to it.
It changes to a blue color. And
it
Horobi
actually turns into basically both mixing Aruto's and Izu's Progress Key colors into it.
And
Mm-hmm.
and thus when Horobi he lunges at Aruto for a punch, he catches it, and thus changes into his well, sort of final form for the series.
I would call it I'd call this like a bonus kind of form.
Right.
Like,
Oh, okay, an extra form.
Yeah.
Form. It's no longer Rising Hopper. It's Realizing Hopper.
Realizing Hopper. Which, the funny part is that technically the entire time they've been teasing Realizing Hopper the entire fucking time.
Yeah, with the fucking opening.
The fucking opening the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, now to talk about I'm gonna go off side tangent here and talk about the power set for Rising Hopper. You know how Rampage Vulcan worked? It's basically that on way more drugs.
The thing is this basically takes the best aspects of all of Aruto's forms.
Every single
forms. Forms. Shining Hopper, Shining Assault Hopper, Metal Cluster Hopper, 02. It takes all of those forms and basically
puts them into
one form. And honestly, the fight between him and Horobi is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
At this point, Horobi knows he's done for, and Horobi accepts this at this point, even letting Aruto so much as destroy the Zetsumetsu driver.
Well, not just destroy the Zetsumetsu driver, he's ready to let Aruto destroy him, because he realizes right now that he's basically become a monster.
He literally I think he still had a weapon. I think he dropped it.
He dropped it, holds his arms out, ready to embrace death. But while Aruto does destroy something, it's not the Horobi. It's the Zetsu
the belt
driver.
Yeah, that's a Zetsu driver. Mm-hmm.
Which causes Horobi to look at him and say, "Why didn't you destroy me? Why didn't you do it?" And Aruto, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said here. I think it was still along the lines of, he knew if he destroyed Horobi, he wouldn't have been any better.
And well, the thing is that now Horobi has a heart.
Yeah.
And he can't kill him like this. Yes.
Nope.
And thus, with an act of mercy, he leaves. We jump forward to at least a few years later or such like that?
Well, it's not really stated.
It's an indiscriminate amount of time later.
You
don't really know. It's a good amount of time later.
So we start off with the whole thing of now it seems like Hidden Intelligence reputation is looking up again, and we see that Guy is back at the Thousands Department, where apparently there are hundreds of Herds of Robo-Thowsers. Oh my god, they're breeding!
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. This is the major detail that made me hate the ending stuff.
Yeah.
Hate the ending. The fucking Thousand Drivers being back.
Yeah, meaning
What was
most
the point of
likely...
destroying it then?
Meaning most likely we'll see it return in the movie. Okay, here's what the thing is. I understand they had to bring it back for the movie, for in time for the movie. I get that, but they could have shown shown it back in the movie. They didn't have to show it in the finale.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't have to at all.
So after we check in with Guy, we see what's going on over at Ames, with Yua still being the captain and her introducing the
New technological advisor.
that being Naki. Also, something I've wanted to mention about the Ames officers. Am I the one who thinks that one of them looks like Some Call Me Johnny?
Kinda.
No,
Kinda.
Like, is it just me? He looks like Some Call Me Johnny!
That's why I'm saying kind of, because it's like, I mean, kinda.
Yeah. Here we go. This guy. Oh no. Oh, look. Seriously, give him a coffee mug and a hat, and he looks like Japanese Some Call Me Johnny.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You see it now, don't you?
Dear Christ. But okay.
Okay. Later on Twitter, I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna tweet this to Johnny and say, any relation?
But
Also, for our audience, I'm gonna quickly show. Like, seriously, look at this guy. Look at this. This man
look at him.
looks like Japanese. He's Jean Ortiz.
He looks like him.
Anyway. Anyway, back on topic. Anyway.
Yeah, back to the final episode. But now I think at
see,
this point we cut to hidden intelligence.
No, Fua.
All right, we cut to Fua first, and
Being an
fucking
absolute
Christ,
badass. Where
by punching out the window of a car,
a woman is trapped in, and then ripping the
pulling
entire
the door off of its hinges.
Fua, stop!
He still had to get one more badass moment in. Okay, seriously, I demand this. Fua needs a V-Cinema.
Oh fuck yeah!
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Like, seriously, this man is easily the best character in Zero One, bar none.
He is.
So,
If it wasn't for Arto, Fua would have been the main rider.
Yeah.
No, just hands down.
Yeah. So anyway, we also cut to the city where we see a certain someone, now decked in some very nice new garb.
I like it. I like his new outfit. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah, I love it too. I personally think it's better than his old one.
Same here.
And you
that-
noticed
and
his
that
hair
person-
too, right?
Yeah.
It's the movie hair.
Yeah, that's actually a nice touch. But that person is, of course, Horobi, who's soon accompanied by Jin, who basically says, now Metsubo Jinrai will continue to prevent malice from being created, but more acting as sort of guardians for the city, preventing a future arc from being created in the first place.
It's basically, instead of them trying to kill humanity, it's basically them just saying, we're only going to go after people that are looking like they're going to become the Ark, like physically.
Yeah. And we don't cut to hidden intelligence yet. We then, after that, cut to... Oh, no, wait, hold on. Yes, we do cut to hidden intelligence next, where Aruto basically does the whole thing of leaping towards the dream and such like that. And unfortunately, the thing is... Mm-hmm. So for those who are saying, oh, they'll bring back Izu, who with their progress key... No, not this time.
In fact, the progress key is unreadable.
Cannot read. That's literally what it says when Aruto activates it. meaning
Which
Izu
means-
is meaning the Izu he knows is gone forever.
Well,
Well,
you say that, but there's a point I have to bring up.
we'll get to that. And now we come
I gotta bring that up.
we come to this scene. And honestly, look. I understand that you like this episode, Hiiro, but even you have to admit this scene kind of ruins it.
What scene?
The one for the movie.
Oh, this fucking thing. The thing that had no point in being in the episode at all?
Yeah, okay. So
You
here's the
just
thing.
ended the episode after you did it yourself. I'm sorry.
Let me speak.
Okay.
Okay. So, we cut to the city at night, and we see that
Yep.
Azu is still alive somehow.
Like,
And
fuck off.
and she approaches a mysterious man with a progrise key.
And
the
his name is
driver,
apparently literally S.
Mr. S from CS Toys? I mean, I knew he was a little bit off his walker, but I didn't think he was evil.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so S here basically takes the progress key and the driver, now becoming the Eden driver,
Ugh.
bringing up the belt count to at least 13. Oh, okay. I was going to let this pass with the whole thing of the Mets.
Is that the Metsu driver?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. But this is too much.
See, okay. The reason why, like, I'm willing to let go, I'm willing to let this Metsu driver go is because it was just a 01 driver with a new plate on it. This is just a whole new 01 driver, just randomly.
Yeah, and there was at least build up to this. Yes.
Yeah.
And thus we see the surprise and unnecessary cameo of the Kamen Rider Eden. And
You lost me.
and thus we see Kamen Rider Eden. And okay, I'll admit he looks fucking badass.
Yeah, he looks cool, but that doesn't fucking mean that he had
No.
to show here.
No. Okay. Honestly, this is the part of the episode that I feel really brings it down.
Well,
This is entirely unnecessary.
I understand.
Why show this when you have him?
Okay. Let me speak. And
Go ahead.
And here's the thing. I don't think the problem is this scene itself. No. I think the problem is placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this was placed at the very end of the episode,
It would've been fine.
I would be more forgiving. But this is placed right before the last scene of the episode, which I feel really ruins it.
Yeah, but when we get to talk about the next scene, I'm gonna have to bring up why I don't like that scene. The next scene that's coming up.
So we cut to cut back to Heat Intelligence. And for some reason now Azu's dressed like a fucking black bridesmaid. The fuck? Or
I
black bride?
don't even question it anymore.
I don't even get it. I have problems with this and with this scene and Azu that we'll get to once we're done with the episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. We cut to Heat and Intelligence. This is his printing lab, where we see that frickin' the Vice President Shesta, the Vice President's assistant, and Arto are gathered around to see the creation of a new Humagear, a new Izu.
Now, there's something I'll bring up a little bit later that I don't like about this scene.
Now, here's the thing. While, yes, this is a revival of Izu, it's not entirely. Because the thing is this Izu has no memories of the original at all.
Nope. She remembers nothing.
Meaning Naruto has to basically start back from square one with her.
Mm-hmm.
But, and here's the point that I hate, that I didn't bring up personally. He takes her into Zaya to relearn everything. That completely defeats the purpose of her even not getting her memories back at all.
It does,
Okay. I actually will defend this. Here's the thing. Yes, Izu would learn a few things from here, but we don't show her instantly remembering everything like Neo from the fucking Matrix. I think what they're showing here is that he's going to teach Izu about everything Zaya kept record of, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, but remember back in the first episode when he learned the manual for Zero One, it only took technically a couple seconds.
Well, here's the thing. This might be a different case. Now, I could be wrong by the time... I could be absolutely wrong, but from what they're showing here, it seems like it's going to be something that's not going to be solved instantly. It's going to take time. Because remember, Izu, who wasn't fully understanding what Naruto was doing immediately. She was out of sync with him. I think that's their way of showing that Zaya's not going to instantly fix everything. It's going to take time.
I'm not saying I hate the scene. It's just one of those things that it kind of undermines the purpose of her coming back at all.
Mm-hmm.
So with the last Arutoja Naito,
yep,
that ends 0-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My thoughts overall on this finale. I think it's okay. Not good, not bad, just okay. There are things I'll admit. I have more appreciation for after rewatching it and also listening more to the analysis that you guys you've been giving.
Yeah.
I don't entirely hate it, and I have appreciation for some things. However, it feels, or I think one of the biggest problems here, it feels like this finale was not only a little rushed, but also, that there were some major rewrites. Right, and there probably were. We learned from Tom Constantine that so here's the thing, people. COVID-19, not only did it cause problems for Zero One, it screwed it over really badly.
It did.
Because the thing is, thanks to COVID-19, not only was Zero One's episode count slashed by at least 3, from having at least four more episodes. Instead stopping at 40, stopping at 45, stopping at 49. Fine.
Yeah.
Not only was the episode count slashed, they literally did not have enough time to rewrite enough. They were on crunch time. They literally had to scramble at the last minute to pull this shit off, and it's amazing that they did it, because the thing is, they were so far behind on writing that Zero One literally was going to end in here's the thing. While you're saying, they could have spent more time. No. If they'd spent more time, Zero One would have ended at episode 41.
Yeah.
That is how pressed for time they were for this. And not only that, thanks to another bit of information we learned, apparently a problem would have also, not only with COVID, but also with the executive producer. Takahito Omori. Now, to be fair, Omori did do some good for the series. He actually did do some research for the job competition arc. However, here's the thing. No one else wanted to do the job competition arc. Only he wanted to.
Mhm.
And the thing is, he knows people hated it, but he doesn't care. He loved it. In fact, the thing with the Metal Cluster Hopper afterwards was basically as a result of fan backlash towards the job competition arc. Because even everyone else was sick of it.
Yeah.
And look, I understand in shows like these, there are at times rewrites that happens. I totally get that. But look, if rewrites are rights, if the evidence of rewrites is this blatant, then I can't help but notice.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, honestly, I get why this finale was somewhat changed. Given the state of the world and the number of episodes that were slashed, I understand they had to go with something different.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and the writing was on the wall throughout the last few episodes. We were headed for a Kuga-styled ending.
Yep.
But the thing is, we didn't. Instead, we got a standard writer ending. And I know people are saying, well, everyone lives. Isn't it really different? No, not really. Look, and I talked about this times with my friend Dragoon. I understand he likes this finale. He loves it. But there are problems that I can't ignore. And the whole thing with how they basically wrap up the whole conflict with Horobi and Naruto when it was clear it was headed down a different path, it's something I can't help but notice.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm not saying what we got in the end was bad. No, it's just
No.
if I had a choice between this and the original ending, I would have preferred the original ending. And it's probably the reason why the Lifesto is going to be talking about the final episode. I'll bet the cats are going to be spilling the beans of what the finale was going to be like.
Same here, yeah.
Now, there were things I did like the whole thing with Horobi and Naruto. That was good. I liked that. And then I liked how they basically overcame the malice and such. I understand. And then I do, and I'm glad that Naruto didn't fully forgive Horobi for what he did to Izu. I liked that.
Yeah, so did I.
And the final fight, fantastic. Both with Arc One and Arc Scorpion, and the final fight with Realizing Hopper and Arc Scorpion. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic, great action. And this finale was not bad. Was not entirely bad.
No, it wasn't that.
No.
But again, the rewrite thing is an issue, and then we come to Azu. Now, I also talked about this with Dragoon. He basically said that the point wasn't really to defeat Azu, but to prove her wrong. Here's the thing. Yes, that is a good point. However, the thing is, Azu right now is the villain. And what do we want to see when it comes to the villain? We want to see
the villain being defeated.
Yes, defeated.
Yeah.
And yet, needed. And yes, her plans were somewhat defeated, but the thing is, by the end, they basically give us the idea of Azu's plans were hindered in the slightest.
Which, come on.
Yes. Here's how I would have how I feel they should have handled things. Thanks. Here's what you do. When Azu is seeing this, she basically is having an impossible time comprehending what is happening, that she basically goes insane and is erased.
Yeah.
And basically, and I know what you're thinking, how do you deal with Eden? Simple. You basically have that be a contingency plan by Azu. basically have it to where she had to deliver to this person, to S, and basically have him basically pick up the driver and become eaten by the end. There you go.
Yeah, but he only
Yeah.
does it. It's basically a case of like, if contacted, open this package.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. If that was how they handled things, that would have been fine. But the fact that Azu lives near the end really hurts it. Again.
Oh yeah.
And we want to see the villain defeated. We want to see them fall. And yes, this was a major blow to Azu's plans, but the whole thing with Eden basically gives us the impression of, oh no, I had a plan B the whole time. What? If you had a plan B...
Yeah, really?
If you had a plan B, then why did you show so much investment in this fight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just comes out of left field, and it really makes the victory feel hollow.
Yeah.
Let me try and put this in perspective for you. Let's say if Schwartz didn't die at the end of Geo. Oh, that he lives and basically manages to get away. Even though Osogo's able to basically do the whole time reset thing. And be honest, would that victory have felt as earned or triumphant?
No. Would not.
Or another example. Let's take Build. If they showed that Evolt had survived in the final episode in some way, would Sento's victory over him have felt as satisfying?
No, of course not.
Well, remember with that Vol's thing though, technically.
Here's the thing. I mean, in the actual show, we know about the movies that he survived, but still.
Yeah.
Or another example, Masamune. Hey, if Masamune had lived in the finale, and got away, would the finale have felt as complete and the victory as triumphant?
No.
Exactly my point. Here's the thing. When you are presented with the final villain in the series, you have to show them defeated. It is essential that the final villain be defeated to show a true victory.
Mm-hmm.
Foiling their plans is one thing. Defeating them in some way or such, that's another thing.
Exactly.
And you really wanted to see Azu get defeated because of the way she played Naruto and Horobi like puppets. It's absolutely brilliant, but so evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh. And the whole thing with Izu, I feel they handled it fine. I'm hoping that they still show that she's not fully back to normal by the time the movie comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will say, I'm a little disappointed the movie got pushed back to December, because it means that we won't get the Rider early bird cameo that's been a tradition with these movies. Which does suck.
Yeah.
It does.
But again, I think the finale is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's not the worst one I've ever seen, but it's not the best one either. It is filled with problems. As such, I can only give it the highest I can give it is a B.
Yeah.
I understand there are several people who love this finale, and more power to you. You're free to have your own opinion. But look, we have to be critical. We have to show here's the thing. If we show that we don't have much problem with the finale, that basically gives Toei the wrong impression. That this is what we want in the future. It's not. We wanted something different. We wanted what was promised to us, but we didn't get it. And I understand why. I fully do. And I don't resent what happened, and I don't resent Toei for not giving us that ending. I understand their hands were tied.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I have to fully accept it.
No, of course not.
It's, so the question on many people's minds: how do we think this is in terms of the start for the Reiwa era? I think it's okay. It's not the worst start for the Reiwa era. I will say this right.
Of course not.
Right now. Now, it's not a bad start. Is a show? Oh, that's perfect. God, no. There are problems with this show. Oh, and they are ones that at times cannot be ignored. And again, it's not entirely the show's fault. Because Omori did muck things up due to his ego, and COVID did screw over her Zero One like a 30-foot pole.
Yeah.
And these are acceptable reasons. They are. These things happen at times. However, it does not mean we should fully accept it.
Of course not.
Let me state a perfect example here. The sixth season of the Flash. Like, I understood that COVID created problems, causing them to shorten the season and down to a few episodes. I understand things had to be rushed. I fully get that. However, I still had problems with the show that were occurring before the whole thing with COVID. I thought the Mirror Master arc went on too long. I thought the ending felt hollow and not really a good finale. I thought they weren't spending enough time creating the artificial Speed Force. I had problems with it, and they weren't all with COVID. And if they are problems with COVID, it's not something I have to fully accept. Again, these are acceptable reasons. They are and understandable ones too. But we don't have to fully like it either.
Of course not.
Look, if we just blindly accept what's given to us, it basically gives the wrong idea of what we expect. And if we do that, things will never get better.
Yeah.
But yeah. I will say, Zero One definitely had some good parts about it. And we'll go into further detail once we have information from the final live show, and such like that. And expect the same when it comes to Ryu Soldier.
Yeah.
I will say the worst parts of Zero One had to have been from the head when Guy was introduced. Now,
it's this is my stuff, but that's most kind of it.
Now, I know there are several people, RVT included, who point the finger at Arc when it comes to the downfall of Zero One. Honestly, okay, I'll admit, Arc isn't the greatest villain, but I don't really have that many problems with him.
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say. Oh, he's just a generic villain and such. He doesn't have much personality. What do you expect? He's a computer program.
Yeah.
He's a computer program built around malice.
Yeah.
If you expected more from that, you're asking too much.
Yeah.
You are.
Of course. The thing is, the premise of the villain itself is what really restricted it. Now, what I feel they should have done instead is basically when the arc was revived, it wasn't a standard computer program. Like, let's say he had like aspects of all the different Mythical Jinrai members' personalities, or
Yeah.
he had his personality similar to Guy's. I think the problem is personality. Arc needed a personality of some kind. He wasn't gonna do it as just Skynet.
Yeah.
Because the
No.
thing is, Skynet is boring. Hell, it's one of the reasons why in Terminator Genesis, love or hate that movie, they try to inject personality into Skynet.
Yeah.
If we had done some personality for the arc, I feel we would have gotten something better. I will say I am glad they made Horobi the final villain. I feel Horobi was more worthy of being the final villain than the arc.
Mm-hmm.
They've been building up to him. There have been several fights with him and Aruto throughout the series. They had different ideals. I feel it was a good idea to do that. And I also will give credit to the writers when it came to the whole thing of crunch time. They came with a brilliant idea by having Aruto become Arc 1. I think that was probably one of the smartest moves ever.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like, I love how they pulled that off. The bait and switch of it was absolutely genius. Like, they're building it up to be Horobi. Like, oh, Horobi's gonna become a Mark 1. He's gonna become the next arc. But then you find out, no, not Horobi.
Nope.
Or in the words of Kamen Batumbo, not today.
Oh my god.
But yeah. Yeah, we're hoping that Saber improves on the problems that Zero One had, and we will be doing our riff of it tomorrow. Rest assured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heard. But with that in mind, we're pretty much done.
Yep.
Feels different, but it feels kind of nice just talking about the episodes and then just calling it.
It does, yeah.
It feels a lot different, but it feels a lot better too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's time for the sign-offs.
I have been your Flyer Flutter 98. Thanks. A lot of flyers.
Whew. I have been various King. And whew. Damn. Ugh. Shit went down.
And I, of course, have been kind of beloved overlord of Rudo God Extraordinaire. DLBot 2016, reminding you that I'm just a passing through Toku fan. Remember that? And word to the wise people, if you're approached in the middle of the night by some red-haired bitch, it offers you a belt and the progress key, just don't accept it. Especially if that bitch then turns to her now for some reason turns into a black wedding dress. Seriously, what the fuck was up with that?
Yeah.
I mean, you could also take the key in the belt and trash her, but you know.
Yeah, true. Anyway, don't forget to praise on meme lord goddamn Kuroto. And of course, we will see you all next time. Again, people tune in tomorrow for our riff of the first episode of Kamen Rider Saber. Or tune in and this Friday for the next for the final bit of chapter 2 for the Rising Legends.
Uh-huh.
And of course,
some little surprises in it.
And of course, come back this Saturday. for the next episode of the Toku Roundup. We'll discussing the latest Toku news and such, along with giving a tribute to the amazing Power Rangers writer that is Amit Bhawmik.
Oh, that.
Oh yeah.
That glorious
That man.
bastard.
Done. Oh, you glorious bitch!
Oh, and also and a further reminder about this Sun, the following winged day. Look forward to our Kikes a day riff, where we're looking at 4 episodes of Toku featuring Kohei Murakami.
Yep.
We'll be looking at episode 48 of Kamen Rider 5, episode 38 of Zyuohger, episode 38 of Mebius, and episode 4 of Garo Makai Senki.
Which is weird because everything is some form of 8.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Except for 4, but the 4 is just half of 8, so it's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
but anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And of course, the following week we'll be back with an episode of the weekly Wobblins, and we'll most likely just be discussing Kiramager and Z.
Yeah.
So expect that to be a little bit
'cause-
shorter.
Yeah. Yeah, that riff, I mean, not that riff, that explanation will be a lot shorter, because there's not really that much that happens in either of the episodes, really. From what I can tell so far.
Anyway, and of course,
Yeah.
on the 17th, we'll have Ulti's birthday. Hey.
27th.
27th, remember?
Sorry, right, 27th. Anyway, of course, we'll have a regular episode of the Toku Roundup Riff Bowls, and possibly next week we'll be doing our re-riff of Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Ed,
Hopefully.
on the 27th, we'll of course have Ulti's birthday riff bowls. We'll be looking at Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon episode. Oh, it's 28 and 29.
27.
27 and 28.
27.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's gonna be painful. Well,
Sailor Luna.
and of course on the 30th we'll have my birthday rules. We'll be looking at the world of Shink, and a two-parter from Decade, and more importantly on the 3rd of October, on Saturday we'll be starting our monthly event, people. Oh, I am so excited for that. And it is killing me not being able to tell you people this, but it's gonna be way more awesome for you people to be surprised. When we tease it on the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, should we tease it on the 30th, or should we just surprise them with it on the 3rd?
Either way.
Yeah.
Same thing either way, so.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Have a good night, folks. Take care. Practice social distancing. Make sure to wear your mask when you go out. Wash your hands, and more importantly, don't be a Karen or a Chad.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Have a good night, folks. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Mm-hmm.